Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth, but most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. If you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friend, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our focus. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone, we're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time, but whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it takes. It's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. All right. Good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made us. Rejoice and be glad in it. And so just so excited about today. The microphone fell off, it fell down, but that's okay. So we start with our right positive energy. I am building a life, or we are building our lives with discipline, power, and faith. We're building our lives with discipline, power, and faith. We wake up on purpose. We protect our focus. We renew our minds, our thoughts. Think about the distractions that are in our life. And we think about the world's noise that tries to jump in on us and impact us and just put us in a place that, can just hinder us from being able to do what we want to do. And so we wake up this morning, we're not distracted, no TVs, no devices, no tablets, computers, anything that has the screen on it that tries to help us become a consumer. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a consumer. We will consume our in total lives, but not our day. We don't get to have our day. The world doesn't get to consume our day as we get to command our day. We're going to hydrate immediately. And so as soon as we're done breathing, I hope you're taking these big, deep breaths while I'm talking and you're breathing out. I truly want you to fill your lungs, fill your stomach, fill your legs, fill your calves, fill your toes, fill your arms, fill your fingers, fill your neck, fill your head with oxygen. Every breath you take this morning, as we're taking extra breaths to just help our mind function the way that we want to. Breathing is such an important function of our day, and sometimes we just need to make sure that we do it. We say when we get in times of stress, let's do our breathing exercise, 5 in, 5 out, 5 in, 5 out for 8 times. Why do we only think of that when we're stressed? Why don't we just take time every day and make sure that we are breathing? Because we create stillness through our breathing. What promise are you going to make to yourself today? What promise are you making to yourself today? How are you going to affirm your day? How are you going to affirm your day today? What are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for? Are you grateful that you woke up this morning? You were thankful for another day? Thankful for the visions that He's given you for what today will bring? Are you just thankful that we get to start every morning and we get to control our day? What a blessing that is, controlling our day. Let's take 2 more breaths as we breathe in. Two more breaths as we breathe in. Hold it. And breathe out. All right, let's transition to our devotion today. Go ahead and grab your water. We drink our water because we hydrate immediately. Today we are on day 198. 198. Oh, that was 199. So let's go to 1. Ooh. Sorry about 199. Let's do 198. All right. So today, God's favor silences the critics. God's favor silences the critics. Turn this down just a little bit. All right. God's favor silences your critics. If God is for us, who can be against us? If God is for us, who can be against us? Romans 8:31 says, when what then shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? Let me make this larger so that you can see it every step of our way today as we think about. Father, thank you that your favor over my life is louder than every voice that has ever doubted me. Oh my gosh, what a great thought process when you're working on something and you're trying to move forward and you're trying to get where you want to get to. And we want to be thankful that his voice and his favor and his investment in our life is a much louder voice than all the things that are telling us, all the negative things, all the non-belief, all the things that say we can't do it. Every person walking in God's purpose will face critics, people who question the calling, people who understand the capacity, people who speak doubt, project limitation, and predict failure over a life God has already marked for favor. And remember how we talked about how he moves forward before us, prepares a place for us, and then we go and we sit in the favor that he has prepared for us. But we can be derailed, right? Because if the tracks are, he says, go down this path and I have favor set up for you. And then we start down the path and somebody says no, or somebody says you can't, or somebody says you shouldn't, or somebody says that's probably not good for you to do. You've tried this before, you've embarked in this in your journey and it didn't work out the first time, so it's time to quit. And we veer off that path and we veer off this path, knowing that God may have something set up, but we can't see it because it's too far. God is already marked for favor, right? God's design has never been for you to silence your critics with words. It has been his favor to silence them with results. Ooh, it has never been God's design for you to silence your critic with words. Oh man, that comes so true to me. It comes so thoughtful to me because when somebody, and I've been talking about the bad lady this week and what the things that she said and how good I felt about not responding. My wife even told me, man, I can't believe you didn't say anything back to her. And then this says it so eloquently that God's design has never been to silence your critics with words. You know, it's time to shut up and put up, right? It's time to stop saying all the things. And if you're going to say things to folks that you know are going to come back and criticize you just because you want to prove them right or you want to prove them wrong, right? Both ways work. Then how about just not saying anything? Because what it says, it has been for his favor to silence them with results. The promotion nobody saw coming. The door nobody expected to open. The blessing in front of the very people who counted you out. God's favor is the most powerful response to every critic you will ever face. It's so cool to do it afterwards and say, God did it. God accomplished this. God prepared the path for me, and all I had to do was go and sit in it, sit with it, be part of it. You don't need to tell everybody that what you're going to do as you get ready to do it, because then they're going to have words that are going to discourage you, right? I've had people in my life tell me my vision was too big, that my dreams were unrealistic, that I was not qualified enough, that the door I was knocking on was not meant for someone like me. Have you ever heard those words? The door you were knocking on is not for someone like you. You're not enough. You're not qualified. Your dreams are too big. There was a time when those voices got into my head and slowed me down. I spent energy defending myself, saying this is why I was going to do it, proving myself, trying to make things happen, trying to fit those square pegs into round holes just to prove that I was worthy. And I was trying to convince people who were never going to believe me anyways. They were never going to believe it. They're not going to believe that it's possible for God to do the things that he does. The day I stopped trying to silence my critics and started trusting God's favor to answer for me, everything changed. Everything is changing. Everything will change. I did not have to argue anymore. The open doors said everything words never could. How did you do that? You're so lucky. You know what? God's favor. And so what's happening here in our mind inside here, and we will mark it off in color and we'll bold it here. But research in cognitive psychology shows that ruminating on criticism activates the brain's threat response. And we talked about that so often, where when we dwell on something that we believe is a possible negative outcome, our threat response system wants to protect us, consuming significant mental energy and reducing the cognitive resources available for creativity, problem solving, and forward movement. When God's preparing the place, he still has to give us the tools, right? He gives us the tools so that we can walk down the path and sit in his favor. So not only has he prepared the place for us, he's prepared the tools that we need in order for it to do it. What are some of those tools? Creativity, problem solving, moving forward, seeing what could be and then moving into it, putting people in our way, putting people in our path who can help us down the journey, people who will believe in us. Like, I believe in you. Lean on what I'm saying to help you get to your journey instead of the naysay person who is stopping you from getting there. Every moment spent defending yourself against critics is a moment your brain cannot spend building what God's called you to build. Whew. Every time I dwell on the bad lady, every time I think about what she said, it's stopping me, right? And I'm just using that as an example because I'm not spending any time. She is renting no space in my brain. In fact, I even had to tell her, you don't get to ever speak to me as long as you live in your lifetime. God has said to remove you, and he has. Now, I hope God favors her, and I hope God gives her this incredible life, and I hope she moves on and she treats people better, but she doesn't get to rent space in my brain. And I would love to ask you, who is renting space in your brain based on what they said? Because your brain cannot spend time building what God has called you to build when you're spending time ruminating on what they say. So you got to releasing the need to be understood by everyone. Freeze your mind. Well, I guess I got to tell them why I'm doing it. I just got to tell them. They have to understand me. They don't have to understand you. They don't have to talk to you. They don't have to be anywhere near you. I hope this is resonating in your soul today. I hope that you can find times and think of places where this has been an issue in your life. And you need to move on to find other people who are going to speak life into you, because our brain can't do it, right? The brain can't do it. It has to spend time somewhere, and it doesn't need to spend time on that. Releasing the need to be understood by everyone frees your mind to focus on the one whose opinion matters most. All right, the heart condition today is you do not need everyone to believe in you. You maybe want them. They will believe in you when you show them what God did. You need the God who created the universe to be, created you and created the universe and created you to be for you. And he already is. Where have you been spending energy defending yourself that you need to redirect toward trusting God's favor to answer? Practice. Write down the name of one critic or one voice of doubt that has been taking up too much space in your mind. Pray over that situation and consistently release it to God. Then redirect the mental energy toward one faithful step forward. Short prayer today. Father, thank you that you are for me. Help me to stop spending energy on critics and start trusting your favor to be my answer. I need to trust your favor to be my answer. Silence every voice that contradicts what you have spoken over my life and help me to keep moving forward. The blessing today is may God's favor speak so loudly that it drowns out every word somebody else could say. So loudly over your life that every critic is silenced without ever having to say a word. Are you spending more energy on your critics than on your calling? Where do you need to trust God's favor to answer instead of defending yourself? And how has God's favor already silenced something or someone that doubted you? Ooh, what a great word for today. I'm going to put those questions in the comments here. I'm going to read them one more time just so you can see them and you can have them. Are you spending more energy on your critics than your calling? Where do you need to trust God's favor to answer instead of defending yourself? And how has God's favor already silenced something or someone that doubted you? So how are we going to live this today? You do not have to argue your case. You do not have to prove your worth. You do not have to convince anyone that God's hands are on your life. You just have to keep being faithful, keep moving forward, and let God's favor be the loudest voice in every room you walk into. The critics may be loud, but his favor is louder. Oh my gosh, what a great word today. I just want to read that word. You do not have to argue your case. You do not have to prove your worth. You do not have to convince anyone that God's hands is on your life. You just need to be faithful. You need to keep moving forward, and you need to let God's favor be the loudest voice in every room you walk into. The critics may be loud, but God's favor is louder. All right, let's move into our gratitude session today and thank him for the things that he is doing in our lives. I'm going to say some things to be thankful for, and I want you just to, at the point, just sit with you today. Let his favor sit with you today. Today, my heart is especially grateful. 180 days, well, not even more. We're at 198 days. 198 days ago, to begin this morning, every morning, and say thank you. And giving a joyful thanks, who has, what does it say in the verse, says, qualified you to share in his inheritance. To share in his inheritance. I thank you for easy mornings. I thank you for hard mornings. I thank you for mornings that make perfect sense. And I thank you for days that don't make sense. I thank you for mornings where I have questions, and I thank you for days that my questions are answered. I thank you for the fact that you remain faithful, that your favor just jumps on me every single day. I'm thankful for the people in my life, the people that lift me up. I'm also thankful for the people who give me reason to know that I need you, God. The people who say things that just don't make sense in this world where you are king, which you are ruler, which you placed on this earth for us. Thankful for helping me to remain faithful for the time. Thank you for allowing me to walk down the path that you have prepared for me to sit in, where your favor is just everywhere. Thank you for my ability to not listen to the people that will try to derail me and take me off my path and move me into a place where I don't want to go. I thank you for giving me 2 ears and 1 mouth, 2 ears that are allowed to hear the people who are in my life and what is needed, and giving me the 1 mouth to speak life into them. Only after I've heard them, after I've sat with them, after I've listened to where they're at. I'm thankful that I get to hear your voice. I'm thankful that as your voice speaks to me, that it's only then that it can speak through me. I'm thankful that we sit down every single day so that we take time to hear your voice. We take time to say, what do you want me to notice right now? What do you want me to hear right now? What do you want me to feel right now? I'm just so thankful that as I try to raise my standard every day, that you are pouring into me the tools that I need. Whether the tools are the voice that I use to speak or the hands that I use to prepare. That they're there for me, that they're waiting for me. So I can just grab onto them and use them for your kingdom. Thankful that we get to wake up every morning and do this again. And as we prepare for our time where we just want to be still, we want to breathe, we want to listen, we want to make room. As we create this time for space and clarity, and for the next 4.5 minutes, we get to just listen. A gentle pause to hear God's presence, to quiet the noise of the day and open our hearts to whatever He may want to reveal to us. Whatever He may want to reveal to us. Nothing we need to do, nothing we need to accomplish, nothing we need to fix, nothing we need to solve. We just need to simply be present. You should take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Do it again, in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're going to continue that cadence because we know that when we can breathe in that oxygen, that it helps our brain just work that much better. It helps us to release the pressure to think about what happened yesterday or what needs to happen later today. If a thought comes, I don't want you to fight it. Worry comes, I want you to give it to God. Say, God, this is yours to worry about. I don't have any energy left to worry about and dwell on and spend time and let that rent the space in my head. I truly, Lord, just want you to take it. I'm releasing it to you, and I'm going to move on. I want you to return your attention to your breath if you just wonder, and just listen to your thoughts. Listen to what He may want to reveal in your life. If your mind wanders, just return to your breath. Again, ask yourself, what do you want me to notice right now? What do you want me to notice right now? So that your giving may be in secret. Your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. You don't have to tell everybody what you know. You don't have to tell everybody how you're serving. are you noticing right now? We have about a minute left. Encourage you to grab your water, drink it all up. What is he revealing to you right now? Dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves others. Again, dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves others. Because today, tomorrow, and for the rest of my life, today, tomorrow, and for the rest of my life, I will walk in the favor of God in my health. I will walk in the favor of God in my finances, in my business, in my marriage, in my key relationships, in my ministry. I will walk in the favor of God with my children, with my grandchildren, and with those whom I have influence with. Today, I will walk in the favor of God with my expectations, with my debt elimination, with my credit and creditors, with my loans and applications, with my service to others, with my leaders, with my investors, with my mentors, coaches, and the people that I coach. Today, I will walk in the favor of God with my new projects. I will walk in the favor of God with my team. I will walk in the favor of God with those who work for me, with me this day, whether we're paid or volunteer. Today and every day, I will walk in the favor of God, talk in the favor of God, and operate in the favor of God. For the favor of God on my life transforms my expectations and how I approach this world. It is evident in what I can see and touch, and is moving powerfully in what I cannot see. It surrounds me. It covers me. It covers my families. It covers my friends. It covers my meaningful connections, and it rests on everything connected to me. It is active in every area of my life, and this is for the rest of my life. Because this day I expect favor. I live favor. I anticipate favor. The time for favor is right now, and it's right now today. And, oh Lord, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain. And as we think about the affirmations that we need to speak today, that we need to speak into existence, and I am becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. And we are becoming the persons our future requires. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. We choose presence over pressure today. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. And we show up even when it's uncomfortable. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. And we are consistent, and we are certainly not perfect. I listen before I react. I listen before I react, and we listen before we react. I'm grounded, grateful, and growing. I'm grounded, grateful, and growing, and we are grounded, grateful, and growing. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions, and we build trust through our daily actions. I attract unlimited wealth because I give extraordinary value. I attract unlimited wealth because I give extraordinary value. And we attract unlimited wealth because we give extraordinary value. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What we practice today becomes our legacy tomorrow. I finish what I start. I finish what I start, and we finish what we start. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. And we wake up on purpose and we live with intention. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I am intentional about where my attention goes. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I am intentional about where my attention goes. And we protect our focus and we guard our minds. And we are intentional about where our attention goes. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect, and we choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I'm healthy. My body is continuously healing and strengthening itself. I choose foods, movement, and habits that give me life, energy, and vitality. I am healthy. My body is continuously healing and strengthening itself. I choose foods, movement, and habits that give me life, energy, and vitality. And we are healthy. Our bodies are continuously healing and strengthening themselves. We choose foods, movement, and habits that give us life, energy, and vitality. I speak life to myself and to others. I'm a master at being present. I speak life to myself and to others. I'm a master at being present. And we speak life to ourselves and to others. We are masters at being present. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity, and we make space for stillness and clarity. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself, and we keep our promises, especially the ones we make to ourselves. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort, and we choose courage over comfort. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day, and we make meaningful connections every day. I take responsibility for who I'm becoming. I take responsibility for who I'm becoming, and we take responsibility for who we are becoming. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. And we are right where we are supposed to be in order to become who God made us to be. God has already placed us and is providing me with everything I need for what He's called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He's called me to do. And God has already placed me and He's providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and we are enough to fulfill our purpose. Everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift and distractions. And everything works out for me because that is the person that I have become. Everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift and distractions. And everything works out for me because that is the person that I've become. And everything works out for us because we direct our thoughts. Everything works out for us because we refuse drift and distractions. And everything works out for us because that is the person that we have become. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere in all things. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. And we live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. And finally, I count it all joy knowing God is using every season and every situation to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season and every situation to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. And we count it all joy knowing God is using every season and every situation to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. And when we think about what our intentions are for today, and there's 7 of them that we talk about every day. The first one is we're going to make a promise to ourselves. We're going to make it. We're going to say it. We're going to write it down, and we're going to do it before we go to bed. And we're going to honor our commitments even when no one else is watching. We're going to make meaningful connections today. We're going to choose people over distractions and presence over convenience. Today, we're going to be 100% present. Our eyes are going to be up. The phones are going to be down, and we are going to be present with that person. We're going to make space for stillness and clarity. We're going to be still. We're going to breathe. We're going to listen. We're going to make room because we're going to slow down long enough to hear what matters most. We're going to lead with gratitude. 3 times today, we're going to say thank you. We're going to stop. We're going to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Because we want to choose to notice what is good, present, and already working in our lives. We're going to act with purpose. We're going to reflect, what did I do today that kept me on the path to my purpose? Because we don't want to drift through our day. We want to choose our direction intentionally. We're going to leave people better than we found them. We're going to add value. We're going to speak life. We're going to lift someone up today because we want to encourage, we want to lift up, and we want to serve whenever possible. I trust God with the last thing we're going to do is we're going to trust God with what we cannot control. We're going to pray about it more than we worry about it. We're going to release what is not ours to carry and focus what is on ours to steward. For today, we will keep our promises. Today, we will be fully present. Today, we will create space for stillness and clarity. Today, we will stop, look, and say thank you. Today, we will take action that aligns with our purpose. Today, we will leave people better than we found them. And today, we will trust God with the rest, because that is what it takes to be the person that God created us to be. And there's some things that we are absolutely not going to settle for. And we're going to make up our mind today that we're going to just say, Heavenly Father, I make up my mind today that I will experience your best for my life. Please read this with me. I will not settle for small living or small expectations. I will not settle for things getting worse in my life. I will not accept decline or defeat. My life is rising higher and higher. Everything in my life is growing, flourishing, and advancing. I will not settle for my past holding me back from my future. You have destined me for greatness, so I will not settle for a mediocre life. I choose to receive your blessings. I let go of small expectations. I choose to receive what you have already done for me. I expect goodness and mercy to follow me all the days of my life. I choose today to think big and to renew my mind to heaven's way of thinking. I will speak to my mountains and they will move. My family and my descendants will be blessed. I will possess the land. I will use big language because you are big language. I will ask big. I will seek big. I will dream big. And I will never stop envisioning a better life and dreaming about a better life. My family being better, my health being better, my purpose being better, my emotions being better, my mind being better, and my finances being better. I refuse to settle for a life that is getting worse. I embrace a life that is getting brighter and brighter, stronger and stronger, and greater, from glory to glory every day until the day of your return. I give up small thinking. I expect good things to happen to me every day of my life. I agree with your way of looking at things. I decide to think bigger every day, and I will continue to ask what you said I could ask for, those desires of my heart. I accept the visions and the dreams that the Holy Spirit has placed within me. I will not be limited by any ceiling, any roof, any wall, any barrier, any limitation, or anything others place on me, like age, race, color, education, or gender, or absolutely anything else others say that I am. Nothing will limit me, because you are an unlimited God and you live inside of me. I stand on knowing that you are able to do immeasurably, abundantly, above all that I can ask or imagine, according to your power that works within me. Today, I'm letting go of a small God and small expectations. I begin to dream big, extravagant dreams, my wildest dreams, believing that you will do exceedingly beyond all of these dreams. And I ask this in your name. Amen, amen, and amen. We're going to seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto us. And today, as we start to move into our song today, I just want you to know that you're God's greatest gift. He loves you if you allow him to. Let him put his arms around you and love on you like you can't even believe. You were born for greatness, and that greatness needs to ooze out and jump on somebody like you would not believe, right? You just need to be an answer to prayer. Be available for him, because you are an answer to somebody else's prayer.
Dr.B.
You just need to be available. As if we become thinking about what it takes to become the person, enjoy this song, and then we will move to our blessing right after.
Let's go. Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace. I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that were living inside. You have to be the one before you do the thing. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. I am an am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the podcast to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From mile-high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's light. 250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next level. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the pastures to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Walking in the promise He keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise. And the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
All right. And so today's blessing that is just for you. May the Lord bless and keep you. May His face shine upon you and give you peace. May you walk in His favor every step you take today. May you walk in His favor in every place you go today. May you walk in His favor in everything that you do today. I want you not to forget that today is going to be a great day. Today is going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day in every way because the God who made the universe knows every hair on your head and knows you by your exact name that your mama gave you and the one He gave you as well. And just want you to also know that you are loved. I want you to know that you are cherished. I want you to know that you are special. You're special in my eyes. You're special in His eyes. I want you to have an amazing, I want you to have an awesome, I want you to have an awestruck. I want you to have an incredible day today because you are the child of God. Have a great day. We'll look forward to talking to you tomorrow, and we'll see you on the next time.